Mesachas Pesachim daf Peites. The Gemara on the bottom, Peichesim and Beis, brings the halacha that 5 people that was in this Arab that got mixed up the Oiris Pesachim, the leathers from the Korban Pesach, and then you find on one of the Korban Pesachs a Yabelas a mum that which passes the Korban Pesach. So the Gemara says that all of the Korban Pesachs go to the Beis HaSreifa and they're all potter from being a Pesach Sheni. And the Gemara says that that's only talking about when the mum was found after the Zrika, at the time of the Zrika. The Korban Pesachs were mutter b'achila. But if it was found before the Zrika, so at the time of the Zrika, the Korban Pesach was not chozi l'achila because you couldn't eat them because of the taruvis of the Balmum. So they're all chayiv to bring a Pesach Sheni. The Chavas Das in Yeridea has a tremendous kasha on the sugya. There's a tremendous discussion in the Achronim in various ways to answer this kasha. The Chavas Das asks, why is it that if it was Nisarif, if it got mixed up before Zrika, it's considered that the Korban Pesach is not chazil achila because one of the 5 Korban Pesachs has a mum? You should say it's Bitul brov. Since it's only one out of the 5 that's not fit, they're Bitul brov and they are mutter b'achila. On that, the Chavas Das says that you see from this Gemara a raya to the day in the Shulchan Aruch in your day in Kuf Aleph that a keves is considered a dover haroy l'skabit. And it's not Bitul brov. And he is matmiya on the other sheet in Shulchan Aruch that holds it's not considered davar l'skabit. Then how do you learn the Gemara over here? And the Chavas Das continues that the crazy asks a similar question on the Gemara further. The Gemara discusses why they can't bring a Pesach Sheni. Let them bring a Pesach Sheni, be master. If they are not mechuyev Pesach Sheni because their korban was a kosher korban, they're bringing right now a korban shlamim. The Gemara says they can't do that because on a korban shlamim there's a chaz v'shoik that the kohen eats. So therefore you can't be master on the korban Pesach. That if it's not fit for korban Pesach, it should be a korban shlamim. And the crazy asks, why can't the kohen eat the chaz v'shoik, and it's sad that it's a korban Pesach is only a meat and it's Bitul brov. On that, the Chavas Das says that the answer to this question is with the tremendous yisoid that the only time you say Bitul brov is when the suffix came because of the taruvis, because there is a mixture of 2 heter and iser. That gufa makes the suffix. In such a situation, you say Bitul brov. However, over here, each korban by itself has a suffix. Maybe it's a shlamim, maybe it's a pesach. And since the taruvis is not the goyim or the suffix, it doesn't pass Bitul brov. Ein Shimon Shkop and Shayoyisher and Mrs. Zalman that are matmiya on the Chavas Das, why can't the teretz that he answers the crazy's kasha answer the first kasha as well? Ein Mrs. Zalman, he explains the Chavas Das, and Shimon Shkop says a different teretz and similar. And Mrs. Zalman says the same thing to answer both the kashas. That the only time you say Bitul brov is when you have a taruvis, and in the ikar taruvis there's an isser and a heter, and the isser that's ma'uriv is goyim adin on the shard dvar materim b'chagavni say Bitul brov. However, over here, each person himself has a suffix. If he was Mekayim Pesach Rishon, and if he is korban on Pesach Sheni, is a Pesach Sheni. So each and every korban by itself is a specific, isolated suffix. B'chagavni can't say Bitul brov. I mean, the Onigiontiv says there's a different teretz to answer this kasha. According to Yisod Gadol, that the Onigiontiv discusses barichas, if you could say Bitul brov to a moisif dinim, that means you can only say Bitul brov to be matter something, to take away a suffix iser, but to be moisif a din, to add a din like chutet tzitzis that was Nisarif, and you have a suffix if the chutim al l'shma b'chagavni can't say Bitul brov. And so the Anigantiv says over here also you want to make a kedushas korban even in the korban that doesn't have kedusha because of almum, you can't say Bitul brov in such a situation. I in the Beis HaLevi, and he brings from the guy Masechta says another teretz that over here you can't say Bitul brov because since all the Pesachim that were misarif, they have an isser to all the other balei korban because it's considered shalei lemuyev. Since each and every korban is also to everybody else, b'chagavna you can't say Bitul brov. Moving further on, the Gemara asks why they put from bring Pesach Sheni. let them all together bring a Pesach Sheni. And the Gemara says, the korban will be nechal shlodem nuyav. K'pshuta, the Gemara is mashma that the achil of the korban will be nechal shlodem nuyav. However, the Rambam says that the pshat in the Gemara is that the korban will be shechted shlodem nuyav. That means that the korban, with the shechit of the korban Pesach, since only one of the 5 is mechuyev in the Pesach Sheni, it will be nishchat shlodem nuyav. The Mikdash David is matmiyan on the Rambam. Why is it considered a shechita shlodem nuyav? The halacha is that if korban Pesach is neshchat lim nuyav u'shloi lim nuyav, it's kosher. Only if it's only shlodem nuyav, it's possible. So why over here is a possible 1 of the 5 is considered lim nuyav? So why is there a chasar shlodem nuyav? So the Mikdash David answers according to Yisoid that he proves from Taisis before and Daf Samach that says in regard to a machshava lim nuyav, it's not enough that you know at the time of the shechita that it's shechted lim nuyav. A stomach is not enough. You have to know specifically who the menuyim are to be kaveya specifically at the time of the shechita who the menuyim are. So the Mikdash David says, according to this, we can explain the Rambam that you see that together in that shnuyav nuyav is kosher is not the pshat that as long as you have part of the shechita which is the nuyav, it's enough. And the whole halacha of shloim nuyav is when you have no menuyim at the time of the shechita. That's not the pshat. The pshat is that since the time of the shechita you kiveya that these are the menuyim and you have menuyim that are eating the korban Pesach, that's enough, and to make it a shechita l'mnuyav, and who then it'll be considered a shechita l'oichlav as long as if you stel a vek at the time of the shechita who the oichlav are. So over here, since you don't know which one of the 5 are the Baalei HaKorban that are mechuyev in Pesach Sheni, therefore it's considered shloim nuyav and doesn't have the mila of l'mnuyav shloim nuyav. Moving further on, the more bottom of Amud Aleph learns out from Michsis Nefashis that you have to be Nisman the Korban Pesach before the Shechita. Eines was emes is asked what's the Havamina that you shouldn't have to be Nismana on the Korban Pesach at the time of the Shechita. The Shechita is part of the mitzvah of Akravas Korban Pesach. So if you're not Nismana on the Korban Pesach at the time of the Shechita, what's the Havamina you should be Yotze? So he says perhaps it's talking about the Mazaka to everybody. And before the Shechita is Tzarchi, and if Zichia works like this Vasemas L'Shitasai, before the Pesachim, so let it be a mina. If not, then what's the Havamina? Reb Chaim and Stencil says that you see from this Gemara Yisoid that the main mechaper and the main mitzvah of the Bailim in the Hakavas Korban Pesach is the actual Zrika. That you need a shechita is only mitzad the hechsheir the korban, but it's not the chiyuv of the Bailim. So therefore, there's a Havamina. You don't have to be money before the shechita. Moving further on, the Gemara on the bottom of the base says that hifish tlel lepischoi, v'zeh hifish mois lepischoi, heich hekdish chalal hekdish, that means mois shebiyadei chulin. How could the kedusha? How could Ruvain be Nisman Shimon on his korban Pesach after he was already makdish the korban Pesach and his friend was already makdish mois the pischoi? So how could the money go out the chulin if the kedusha of the korban is already chal on the korban? The Pshach and Avi Ezri is matmiya from this Gemara on the Yisod of the Biskarov, which we mentioned the Shurim before in the Pesachim. The Biskarov says that the gather of meaning on korban Pesach is not just that you consider a bailim the gabi the ritzi the korban. The together is your bailim on the momentness of the korban. If you're not a bailim on the momentness of the korban, you're not considered a memoni on korban Pesach. So Pshach asked, if that's the case, and what's the Pshach Nemar's kasha? Although there's already a kedusha on the korban Pesach, but in order for Shimon to get a halacha of a monui in the korban Pesach of Ruvain, he has to get a kinyan moment. So he gives money, and the Nesinas moment makes him into money in the korban Pesach. So through that, the money should go out l'chulin. Ayin Shav Nizmarich, many other kashas from further on the Gemara, and he asked from the Gemara of Pesachim, like we mentioned the Shum of Pesachim, Ayin the other Levi, Barich is to answer the Biskarov.